Most people don't have a money problem, they have a spending problem. It just leaks out, and sometimes they just have no idea where it's going. Or they don't realize that these small purchases really add up. An energy drink here, a latte there, soda pop, stopping in for lunch, especially when you have time to go home and sit, or wait till you get home, going out to dinner. Individually, things don't seem like they're costing a lot, but together they may cost you thousands of dollars a year. Today I'm going to do 37 practical ways to save money. They're not unrealistic, they're just smart changes that can compound over time. Let's plug those leaks. And I labeled this section Stop the Day of the Leaks. These are silent budget killers. One of the things you can do is, like, number one, quit eating out. If you're getting 12-hour lunches every day, 5 days a week, it's $240 a month. It's nearly $3,000 a year. So I understand that you have to eat, but you may get away with $2 or $3. It depends on what you pack. You might pack some leftovers from dinner the night before. Number two, drop the energy drinks and the lattes. Lattes at a gourmet coffee shop is going to be more than $5. Energy drinks run about $3. I use about $5. Some people do get the lattes, and some people have more than one energy drink a day. We're going to go for one per year. That's $1,825. It's pretty significant. I've taken vacations for less. Three, drop the soda. The price at a gas station is outrageous. I'm going to go with $2.50. That's $912.50 a year you save. And if you have to have it, you can buy 2 liters, and you can buy 12 ounce cans, 12 pack, 24 pack, and save a lot of money. Sometimes they go on sale. You can stock up on those. 4, quit smoking. I'm using $8. I know that there's some cheaper generic brands and probably more for premium brands, but I'm going to go with $8 per year. It's $2,920. That's pretty significant savings. Not to mention the clothes that you don't burn, the car seats you don't burn, the furniture you don't burn, and the like. Which leads us to number 5, is cancel unused subscriptions. You might have a VPN that you're paying for, but it comes automatically with your antivirus. You might have some movie subscriptions that you don't need, especially when you can watch movies for free. So why pay for them? 6, learn to say no to yourself. Delayed gratification will carry you a long way. For one, it puts off the money that you're going to spend. So when you put it off, you find out that you don't need that item, or it goes on sale or clearance, or you might be able to find something used that's like new for a fraction of the cost. So waiting for that has benefits, and also there are also things like winter jackets that go on sale after the winter season, early spring, late winter. You can pick up a great deal on that. So we'll move on to section 2 next. In this section, we're going to talk about controlling your lifestyle. You want to be aware of lifestyle creep, which is basically you make more money and you spend more money. So you get a raise, you increase your lifestyle at the expense of savings, So it doesn't really do you a lot of good. You might have more things, but you also are not doing a thing to look out for your future. If you don't have an emergency fund, why would you increase your lifestyle? If, for example, I paid child support for a long time, and when I got done paying, I never increased my lifestyle. Oh, I did and I didn't. I took a few trips, but in general, I started saving. And the real danger is if you take a side gig or a side job and you increase your lifestyle. Let's say you go into debt for a car, and because you're working 2 jobs, you're going to buy a better car with a bigger payment. You might find that it comes down to having to work that other job, and when you took it to save money in the first place, now you're spending it. So just be aware that that exists. It is a thing, and it's best to be avoided. Number 8, save extra pay periods. If you get paid every 2 weeks and you get a third check, maybe twice a year, that you get paid 3 times in a month, save it. You get your income tax return, save it. You get a side gig, save it. You help somebody move and they pay you. Wish my people would pay me for helping them move. But let's just say that they did pay you. You can save it. So that becomes more of a lifestyle. You get used to it, and it just becomes a thing that you naturally do. 9, get a roommate. Now, there's pros and cons to a roommate, which I don't really want to get into so much of the cons, but it does help take care of the bills, that's for sure. Number 10, heat and cool one room instead of the whole house. Now, you can't really do that with a roommate unless you're sleeping in the same room. But, what's the point? If you have a small office, can't you have it in your bedroom? If you need an office at all, keep your bedroom warm or cool. And, you'll save a lot of money that way. 11, carpool and plan your trips. So if you're going to work and someone that's basically on the way that's dependable, if you're going to ride and take turns with cars, you got to have somebody dependable. You can't afford someone to make you late, and you have to meet that responsibility yourself, meaning you can't make them late. And then combining errands, like let's say you're going to go to the grocery store, but you also need to go to the hardware store, and they're close to each other. Well, go to the hardware store first if you get cold items. That way you go to the grocery store second, so your items don't sit in a hot car in the summertime, and you save time, and you save gas, and you save miles on your vehicle. 12. Do cheaper things for fun. Now, my wife and I, we like to hike. I started it. I worked in Yellowstone for a year, joined the Yellowstone Hiking Club. Some habit I picked up, I just kept hiking. I do it to save money, but I actually love it out there. I like the peace and quiet. No phone, usually no phone. That's kind of like the rule. No computer for sure. And that's where I come up with some really good ideas. And that's where I feel good, because I'm getting the exercise, I'm breathing in that air. So that'll lead us to the next section, spend smarter. This section, I labeled it spending smarter. Saving money isn't always about spending less. Sometimes you'll save money by spending more on different products for one reason or another. It just financially makes sense. $13, buy in bulk. Now, a lot of times you'll have meat going on sale. You can divide it up, freeze it. If you have a vacuum sealer, buy that up. If you do construction work, like construction screws have really gone up since the pandemic. Inflation has really taken a toll on those. So if you buy those in a bigger amount, you'll save money, especially if you need them before the job is done. 14, stock up on non-perishables or even canned goods. I don't really eat a lot of canned goods. However, we did buy a lot of tuna, and now I'm eating a lot of it because we're, kind of waiting for really bad inflation, and the tuna is starting to expire, so I'm stuck eating it because I don't want to throw it away. But Windex, even canned goods, just don't overdo it. If you're not going to eat it before it expires, it's better to leave it alone. So, when it goes on sale, get it. shop number 15. Shop the sales the first day they drop, and the reason being is if there's a good sale on produce or meat or something or anything really, and you go there on the last day of the sale or even the middle of the sale week, then you run the risk of it being all gone, which has happened to me before. So if you want to catch those sales, you might show up first day of the sale week. 16, buy off season. Winter coats go on sale. We touched on that earlier. Lawn equipment in the fall. You know, you can get yard equipment that people use in the summer really cheap in the fall and the winter time. 17, shop at thrift stores. Not saying for everything, but sometimes it makes sense. You can get some good jackets, hoodies. I was cold one morning. I was on the way to work. The office was air conditioned, and I stopped and bought a $5 jacket. It was, pretty cool. The only thing I didn't like about it was the pockets were shallow and my wallet would fall out. And other than bad pockets, it was a pretty good jacket. And for $5, well worth it. Still have it. Repair instead of rebuying. Now, this was really popular during the Great Depression. It was not unusual to see people with patches on their clothes. They didn't throw them away when the hole got out of them. So you can sew clothes that are ripped. You can maybe put shoe glue on a shoe that's separating from its sole. There are certain things that you can just repair instead of throwing away. I know we live in a disposable society, and that's how it's planned. They plan on you buying a piece of junk, using it till it breaks, buying another piece of junk, and through the course of decades, you are buying multiples of the same item because it breaks down. One good example for me is my desk. I bought desk at Walmart that were junk. They worked well, they looked good, but after you moved them with some weight on them, it just basically destroyed them. I've got an old time wooden desk, gave $100 for it, and maybe it was 50. Anyway, that thing will outlast me. If I got that when I was a teenager, it'd still be working today. So spending that extra money, actually the desk was probably cheaper. Can be worth it. Use a clothesline. If you can, for number 19 here, we put our clothes out on the clothesline. Sometimes I'm a little lazy or busy, but I found a trick. If you can be on top of it and catch those clothes just before they really get dry, you get a few pieces that stuffs moisture in there. It helps then I put them in the dryer and take out the wrinkles, so I don't have to iron. So it does save money. A little tough in the wintertime, but if it's windy and you get sun, you can still dry in the wintertime. It all depends on what your work schedule is, etc. Number 20, buy better products. Sometimes it just pays. If you buy a good pair of boots, last you 5 years, where you buy a cheap pair, you're lucky to get 5 months out of them. Certain things just last longer. So if you buy a better product over the course of time, it will, actually save you money. 21, recycle clothes and wear the right shoes and clothes for the job. I love my t-shirts, especially when I go visit. I like t-shirts and get attached to them. They're sentimental. Just places I've been, and they wear out. So when they start to get wear out and it's not good for every day, I may use them, for example, if I'm working on the house, or if I'm doing some car work and I'm going to get greasy, I'll take an old t-shirt so I don't ruin a new one, and I can use that one several times working on the car or whatever. If I know I might get it ripped or might get it really dirty, I'll pick that up, and then when that's done, depending on the material, I'll cut it up and use it for rags, whether I'm waxing the car or cleaning jobs. So I never really have to buy any rags because all my old clothes goes into it. So I do recycle when I can. And even down to my shoes, I have work shoes that used to be my main shoes. I'll mow the lawn in, they'll get grass stained on. So what? You know, I saved them from the trash can for another couple months, which actually gives me, a couple more months to wear on them. Then 22, you have to protect what you have. So whether it's investments, whether it's savings, you have to learn to protect it. Now, it's best to learn to do this yourself, and you can hire people for that, and you would have to do your research. And I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but do your own research when it comes to investing, and be careful who you give your money to. And even if you do have somebody handling your money for you, learn the lingo, learn how the finances work, which is part of this channel. So stay tuned for more. And as far as things go, like your vehicle, change the oil, check the oil, keep up on your maintenance. What you spend on that's really going to protect it, make it last longer. Like I said, your clothes, if you're going to get, have a tough, dirty job, use old clothes. I've ruined a lot of clothes because, quite frankly, just too lazy to stop what I was doing, put on the clothes, or I thought that I could just do this little bit of painting and get away with it. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But the times I didn't get away with it, it cost me by paint drops on my shirt. So in this section, health equals wealth. Pretty much self-explanatory. If you're not healthy, you might have a problem working. You certainly can't enjoy life as much as you would if you were healthy. The more you take care of yourself, the less doctor visits you will have, and the better quality of life that you'll have. So make sure you take care of your health. It's good for you, and it's a money saver. Take care of your teeth for number 24. Preventive care is cheaper than emergency care for both health and your teeth. So you want to make sure that you brush, floss, all that good stuff. Have regular checkups. Always a good idea to keep up on that. 25, exercise at home. Now, you should exercise. It's good for your health, and it gives you energy. It will help with weight loss. It will help for a better quality of life. And exercising at home, you've got YouTube videos. You can buy weights. You can make weights, for that matter. You can do no body exercise. All body exercise. And so basically, you don't need to spend a lot of money to exercise. Number 25, grow a garden. This one here, with the rising cost of food, my goodness, I'm paying more for a pound of tomatoes than I used to pay for a pound of ground chuck. It seems like not too many years ago. So anything that you can do, even just a couple of planters out there with tomatoes in them and jalapenos, whatever you like. But if you can get away with a garden, that's even better. Grow a garden, you get better food, a better quality of food. Go organic if you can, for sure, and enjoy. Okay, in this section, I titled it "Building Real Wealth." One of the things you want to do is pay off debt. Interest is working against you. Now, hopefully I'll put out a video later. There are some times when debt is a good thing, and sometimes when debt is a bad thing. We'll cross that bridge in a separate video. 27. Max out your employer 401k, especially if they give you 100%. A lot of times they'll go up to 15% of your pay, be kind of like 30. So you put in $1, they put $1. If it crashes by 50%, you broke even. So generally, this is basically free money that you should take, because it's pretty much guaranteed. 28. Start a side hustle. Now you can take a side job, or you can work for somebody. Of course, we already talked about lifestyle creep. So as long as you're aware of that, and keep the side hustle for the purpose of getting it, which in this case is saving money. Take advantage of any discounts you qualify for, whether it's a student discount, senior citizen discount, frequent rewards program discount. You need to be taking advantage of those. 30. Save any extra money as it comes in. For example, if you get paid 3 times instead of 2 times in a month, or 5 times instead of 4, save that. Income tax return, any overtime that you work, definitely you want to save as much of that as you can. 31. Stop making excuses, which is going to lead me into the next one, mindset. I'm going to do this section along with the other, and that'll be it. This is probably the most biggest thing of all. Mindset equals lifestyle. When you have the mindset that you're not going to spend money on going out to a restaurant, it doesn't come into your mind that you could be, or you want to go to a restaurant. It might pass, but once you have that mindset and lifestyle, it's just another day without eating at a restaurant. Doesn't mean you have to starve. My goodness, learn how to cook. Practice delayed gratification, which we've talked about that. But this too becomes a mindset, a lifestyle. You might go as far as buying Christmas gifts as the year goes on. You see sales. I'm pretty good at spotting things, what people I know may want as a gift. When I'm not shopping for it all year long, I run across deals. I run across things that I wish I would have bought, because at Christmas time, it's like this fog comes over me, and I can go around the store for 2 hours and not have anything in my cart yet. And I just don't like it. The pressure of trying to get the right thing. And that's, something, another topic, getting the right gift, as opposed to throwing your money on something that somebody doesn't want, just to be nice. 33. Be careful whose financial advice you take or you listen to. Not all the YouTubers are qualified, and not all the people are qualified, and some people are qualified in certain areas, but they don't know other areas. For example, an old-timer stock trader would be against crypto. And they would say, leave it alone. Warren Buffett says it's rat square times, rat poison times square, or whatever. And so, you've got a lot of voices to listen to. So my advice is to get financially savvy, learn the lingo, learn a little bit of, trading basics, learn fundamentals, learn how the economy works, and this will carry a long way. And once you start learning, then, and also when somebody gives you a presentation or a video on YouTube, it really helps if they explain the rationale of their thinking. I've seen both, silver's going to go up to 150 because there's a cup and handle pattern, and they show you the cup and handle pattern, and, it came close. I don't know if it ever actually hit. And then another video is like they're repeating it without giving the facts. It's going to go up to 150, so the first one actually showed the pattern, the other one just kind of like said it as a matter of fact, and you're just supposed to take his word for it. So, just be careful and do your own diligence. Do your own due diligence. 34. Get rid of all unnecessary spending completely. If you want to get serious about saving money, get rid of it. Get rid of all unnecessary spending. 35. Plan ahead. You can really do a lot if you plan ahead. There's discounts to be had. Well, for example, when we were go on our road trips and we want to camp, we don't plan ahead, man. We may not find a campground, or we might find a campground with no shower, or just something that really costs money, time, or adds stress to the trip. 36. Learn to say no, even though when you can technically afford it. Look, you don't have to impress anybody. If you can do without something you want to save for your future, then it's going to cost you something in the present. So, learn to say no. Use delayed gratification. Use, the mindset and lifestyle. 37. Leading right into this has to become a lifestyle. Live it, get used to it, and you will not miss the things that you give up once you get used to it. It might be hard at first, but you can do it. So all this, conclusion is that saving money is possible, but it's going to take some discipline. It's going to take some changing of your mindset, change of the heart, changing your wants, and dividing your wants from your needs, living below your means. And this, in conclusion, I think that if you apply at least 10 of these, your financial life will be completely different in a year. Saving money isn't about being cheap. I actually prefer the word frugal. I've been called cheap before, and I took it as a compliment. I've always had good food. I've always had a warm place. I've always, for the most part, always had a car. Everything I need, and I saved money. Incidentally, the people that called me cheap are broke. What can I say? I tried. Seriously, I tried. So anyway, it's not about being cheap. It's about being intentional. You have to intentionally do these things. If you found value in this, please hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. And go ahead and share this video with someone you think may use it.